What's up, guys? This is Emily Heidel here for Afterbuzz TV, and today we're talking about Burn the Stage, Season 1, Episode 4. It's You and I. Now, it starts off Jimin being self-deprecating once again. I feel so bad for him, but, you know, when he is the person in this group that fields everyone else's problems, and he's trying to make sure everyone else is okay, he forgets to take care of himself. So, and his mentality that he has that, you know, obviously, if you just watch him, you know he's an amazing dancer, classically trained, beautiful dancer. He might not be the best singer. And he's, you know, comparing himself to one of the better singers in the group, which is Jungkook. And Jungkook's like, don't compare yourself to me. Be your own singer. And if you listen to BTS's discography in the last 6 months, you can literally hear Jimin becoming his own singer, which is beautiful to witness and to be a fan of. I just love hearing it, but it's depressing to watch back. In 2017, when you saw him literally crying after performances, crying after one thing that went wrong. And, you know, that's, you know, the opposite of what BTS preaches as love yourself, loving yourself, being able to accept your flaws and maybe work on them, but also just accept them in general. And sometimes you can't change them. You can't be Jungkook. You can't be the best golden maknae of the group. You have to be your own Jimin and make that work. And thankfully, we're seeing that happen now. But, you know, that happened in Brazil. From Brazil, they went to their U.S. leg of the tour. Started at the Prudential Center in New Jersey, but they landed in New York. And this is really their first press junket they'd ever done in the U.S. And keep in mind, BTS, except for one, are not fluent in English. They're getting better. At the time, they were not. This was really their first time being in the U.S., like I said. They did the U.S. doing like a press junket. They did an interview with iHeartRadio, Jeff Benjamin from Billboard, amongst other interviews. And when you have one member of the group that's fluent in English, which is RM, their leader, and you have 6 other members that just don't know like how to help him out and help him through these interviews that he's never really done before either, that's stressful. And in episode 1 of this season, RM said, when we fight, it's because we're stressed and exasperated. And you saw that. You saw that come through when they were at the Prudential Center before their concert in New Jersey. Jin and V got into a fight about the stupidest thing, obviously a dance move that couldn't be worked out and they couldn't just work through, but you could tell. And if you pay attention to Korean culture also, I don't know Korean fluently, obviously, but just listening to and seeing the way they acted, I was like, and if you just know Asian culture in general, you know that elders are supposed to be respected. It doesn't matter if I'm a day older than you or a year older than you, or 20 years older than me. You have to respect me if I am older than you. And the way V, who was younger than Jin, was talking to Jin was disrespectful, and he was copying a tude, and the way he was ending sentences didn't sound correct, right. And all the other members were like, bro, chill, you're not supposed to do that. And that ended up affecting the whole concert. Even before, obviously, as you saw V crying, I was like, wait, why are we crying right now? I'm just confused. What? He probably realized he was wrong for, you know, quipping at Jin for that. And Jin, you know, likes to crack jokes. And so none of them they weren't seeing eye to eye at that moment. And when they came back after the concert and they were in the suite, you saw RM be the leader himself. He was true when he said, and I thought it was a little harsh when I first watched it, but when he was like, you know, you guys have your differences, but on stage that it was affected, your fight affected how we did on stage for our fans that have been waiting days for our performance. That was unprofessional. And it was. It completely was. But what was cool to see was how all of their personalities came back together and how they were each, you know, putting in their 2 cents. Suga putting in his 2 cents. Jimin sticking around even after everyone else had left the room. Jimin coming back in the room and being like, look, guys, everyone has their challenges. We just, you know, that's what makes us gel really well. And I'm like, Jimin, you weren't even supposed to be in there. You should be taking care of yourself and making, you know, doing your meditation and doing your self-reflection, because you need to be taking care of yourself too. All right. Yes, we do all have our own challenges within this group, but I think yours need to be noticed too. Anyway, that's my little clip about Jimin again. But again, I was also very thankful that Big Hit, their company, left in that moment where Jin and V were talking, and V cries again. And sincerely, they are coming together and talking about their problems. I was just like, my heart warmed. My little heart warmed at that. So I wish for more emotional and candid moments like that. But that is Season 1, Episode 4 of Burn the Stage. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Emily Heidel for Afterbuzz TV. You can find me at Emmy Heidel on Instagram and Twitter. You can find Afterbuzz at Afterbuzz TV on Instagram and Twitter, and Afterbuzz TV on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks so much for watching. Buzz you later.